whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Come on. Hurry up. Hey, tick 26. Hey, tick 26.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Cousins steps away to his left. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Linval Joseph able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the 1st round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you not got too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer 1st. Rodgers now on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing is Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on third and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins escaping the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On second down, Montgomery. He will push his way down to about the 14. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. Muscles him off. Flushed out right. He may try. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep for a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And some room to roam now. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to 1st.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Mobility is often a good thing for a quarterback. Rarely do you think it's a bad thing. Getting outside of the pocket often breaks down defenses, but you still have to set and throw. Yeah. I mean, you can't lose your mechanics even though you're outside the pocket.
And there with the pressure coming, that made that extra tough. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking from the gun, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They run it again with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Clifford!
To throw is Cousins. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
All right, now here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to float this over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 36 yards. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Zoom.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Rodgers now on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And that is incomplete here.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Allison, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Rodgers. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Again, it's Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Nick Perry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Black. First.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little game. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Here we go.
A give. This is Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Vikings on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Steamer. Two.
Cousins. And he finds Cook. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. They'll get it up the middle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means it.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
And now out comes Minnesota. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A road win in the National Football